Okay, the advantage to using a scrolling charm to make your first picture of your level guide is that it will show you the whole entire layout of your game. In other words, it will show you above the line of vision of the screen. So one of the first things you need to do is determine where your line of vision is. In this case, it's 2 bubbles above the chain. So we basically hit the scroll till it takes us to the ceiling. I do not have 3 holes in the ceiling, so that's normally if you hit the top of the ceiling and you have the 3 holes in the bubble potion, you will see the 3 holes. But I didn't go into this with any potion. So we then again do the same process. You paste, you save, into a label that you'll remember. You don't want to misspell or put in any extra spaces in, or you won't be able to find it later. It goes into the JPEG format and you save it. Now the first thing I do before I go back to the game is I mark in my line of vision. I usually use a white or a yellow, whichever works out best. Hit my straight line up here, and we decided that was okay. It's not quite right, and you know, you play around with this. You don't have to be right on the money, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I try to be. You want your line straight. This is your line of vision, and you refer to it as your line of vision or field of vision, so that when you describe in your text, you can say, you know, what you have above, like you only have 3 rows of bubbles left once you get above your line of vision. Or if you have obstacles up here that they can't see, such as an infection bubble in each corner, or one dropping down from the middle, or maybe a bomb somewhere. Plus this is a darkened area, so you want to mark those obstacles as well. Down here, these are morphs, and sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between morphs and shadows, which is why you want to give them different colors. Sometimes they're both in the same game, so you need to assign each morph and shadow bubble, each type of obstacle, a different color. You mark your locks if you want to. If there's an obstacle behind the lock that you find as you play the game, you'll need to mark that as well so they can see. Then you basically save this line, and then you go back and play your game. And whenever I have a lock and chain, whether I have 1, 2, or 3, I like to, you know, I'll start out with my initial strategy here, but once I break that lock, I like to take another picture just to show them what you see after you break the chain. And sometimes you have to do that a couple times. Some of these games have more than 1 chain and lock. So that's just an example of what you get for your scrolling charm. If you do happen to forget where that line of vision is, just minimize your screen, go back and calculate again, and go back and mark your line of vision. Now you can go ahead and play your game and go along with your strategy. And that's basically all there is to using the scrolling charm, is that you have that advantage of seeing the whole entire screen above your field of vision. This is all you see. Where that white line is, that's all you see when you first open the game. So if you have the scrolling charm, that's great. If you want to make the investment of purchasing a Wish, that's totally up to you. But if you already have the charm, it's a great asset to the guides to be able to show that whole layout. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you.